Michelle asked me to talk a little bit about business perspective. I'm a CEO of a company I started it 30 years ago. But we all know the hardship. We all know the stories about people laid off and having to let people go, furloughed, laid off, out of work, losing customers. We all know that story. We've been telling that story to our politicians for a while. It's not getting quite there. But there is another issue that I think people have not really paid attention to, even though it was exposed to us like a punch in the face. How many of you are familiar with the Zoom situation? For those of you who don't know, Zoom is a software application that allows you to conduct teleconferencing. Numerous people simultaneously. Corporations instantly jumped on it when we started sending people home. Hundreds of thousands of hours of video conferencing for the top, most powerful people in our top 100, 500 government agencies, schools, universities. You can imagine the type of information, intellectual property that was discussed. 2 weeks after we started using that application, we found out that all the communication was going through a data center in China. Think about the wealth transfer, intellectual property that was transferred during that 2-week period to China. Everything from our top defense type subcontractors that are doing work for the government, NASA information, universities, research, all that information in 2 weeks on a server in China. And I can guarantee you, right now they have an artificial intelligence application in place analyzing every word, every feature, every document that was presented during that time period, and they're finding the information that's the most relevant and is going to give them an edge against the United States. That's what this is all about. Whether or not it was an accident, and they didn't do this on purpose, although it's primarily in Western society, who knows? I don't think if they know, we'll never be told, even if our government finds out. We'll never know the truth behind it. But nevertheless, though, it is actual attack against Western society. So what I want to tell you about is the fact that we have, by letting these people go, our top security people that work for our companies, our government agencies, the cities, the schools, we've had to let them go. And we've let our guard down. And just like in the South China Sea, their Navy's probing us to see what they can do against our aircraft carrier that was reported out of commission because of the coronavirus issue. Should never have been in the media. It put that ship and the family members in danger. So we need to recognize that's very important. That's an asset, a capital that we're losing every day that this stay-at-home, lockdown, kill the American economy continues on.
That's right.
We cannot allow to do that simply because of our national security. Now, Greg made a comment earlier that you're going to leave here happy and blessed. And I want to tell you just a small, quick little story that makes me optimistic. My wife and I have a condo in Sandusky, Florida. The sand is just beautiful. It's like baby powder. It's made out of quartz. Never gets hot. It's just wonderful, wonderful. And I love the beach so much, I actually log onto a TV and turn on a webcam of a beach in Sandusky. I have it on all the time. People walking and having fun. But for the last month or so, no one's on the beach. It's empty. The only person you see go by is a cop in a Jeep making sure no one's on the beach. Well, last night, for the first time in months, month and a half or so, I turned on that webcam and there were people walking on the beach again. Now you have to recognize that. That just warmed my heart and made me realize, you know, that phrase, this too shall pass. Even in this type of situation, this too shall pass. But what's so pertinent about this particular story is it was the people in Florida that rose up against Governor DeSantis, saying, this is ridiculous, you're destroying the state. We have a right to be on the beach. Hell, it's vitamin D, which is what they're telling us we're supposed to get to build our immune system. So if they can do it, and we can do it. And don't let anybody try to tell you, oh, you're mean-spirited, you have no heart, you don't care about the poor people that could be sickly. That's not true. First of all, they're the first ones bitching that there's no toilet paper in the store. And then second of all, I don't think anyone here would believe that we think people should go to work if they're going to be subjected to a disease that could potentially harm them. I have a mother that's 92 years old and she lives in a retirement community. And I understand how important it is to provide protection to the people that need it. Everyone in this audience, all patriots, would provide that safety if we're given the opportunity to open up our businesses again and get our economy going. So thank you all, patriots. God bless you all.
Thank you, Wayno.
God bless Texas. And God bless the United States of America.